Wow, so sorry for not posting a video before now. I thought that we had to do one video instead of two. Neither here nor there. Here's my video for Module 5. To answer the first question, immediately when I think of learning theories, I think of social learning theory. I think that social learning theory is really the base, the most basic point of where we can start from. I think it lends itself to being, honestly, one of the easiest learning theories to understand. And social learning theory, I have here posited by Albert Bandura, is the theory that students and learners learn from observing behavior, observing and modeling and making it their own. We like to imitate behavior, and I think that it lends itself in reading instruction. When students see avid readers, they want to become avid readers. I do think that this does go to say that there has to be a certain form of personal willingness to understand and to learn. We can show students the right way as much as we want, but if they're not willing to put their own effort forward and go ahead and want to learn as much as we want them to, they won't. Yeah, I think it's a lot. We have to understand that we're not just here to you know we carry more weight than we give ourselves credit for. If we show our students, hopefully our mind wants to tell us that that's how they'll learn, but we do have to also encourage them to want to learn as well. I think that also giving students praise and stuff like that, that goes into more reinforcement, but showing students that when I read, I'm, gaining more intelligence. So when you read, you should also be gaining more intelligence, and showing them that reading is something that is desirable. Reading is something that's fun, cool, and enjoyable. And I think that we can really get our students in there with that. The next one I chose was social linguistic theory. I took social linguistics in undergrad, and I did awful. So I went back to learn a little bit more about it. Um, and I think that it's just an amalgam of a bunch of different strategies and theories that come together and just create this. It's a couple different things. It's not just one. Sociolinguistics, that has to do with um, the backgrounds of people, their linguistic culture, their linguistic backgrounds, and also society that we're in. Um, I did read in the textbook that there was obviously an effect on the studies of students who come from different backgrounds and where they come from and how much their background does have to do with how much they learn. I think it's easy to say that if we have students that are in high socioeconomic class backgrounds, that they're going to have more of a linguistic diversity. It's easy for us to say that people who make more money are generally more educated, which is statistically true. So, students who come from families who are higher educated usually have more of a diverse linguistic background, diverse literary background. And students who have a less of an emphasis on education in the family don't have much of a diverse literary background or linguistic background. But it is our job to elevate our students, meet them where they're at, and push them further. Um, I think it goes back to what students are exposed to. Students who are from a higher linguistic background are probably exposed to more diverse reading material, to where if I have to scrounge to find a book in my family, it might not be easy for me to find a book that's challenging myself, you know? For our next question about PLCs, I got very excited because PLCs are something that not only am I new to, but I'm also very interested in. And I said that I believe the key to educators practically applying literacy-based research through PLCs relies on effective and functional goal setting. What I mean by that is going out there, making sure that we're putting ourselves in a place to where we can focus on what is the matter at hand. Uh, One thing that my school struggles with is having students who are avid readers, but not only avid readers, but also putting emphasis on reading comprehension and actually paying attention to what we read. I think a lot of students struggle with that. So we have to go in there, be conscious about our goals, be open, and be honestly true with ourselves about what are our what are we looking for? What do our students struggle with? Let's be true to ourselves. What do our students struggle with? What is their biggest problem? And how can we as educators move them from here to here? That's our job. But as of literacy based research, I think that we have to implement different strategies, like maybe get some articles, maybe take PLCs to a different area. Let's use our resources around us. I also said smart goal setting is the easiest way to get anything done. SMART stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time based. We have to implement those so we can figure out where we're going to enrich our students.